Fake story, fake story. So media used to manipulate war. So these lines here for right now is, are you pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, or pro-truth? If you're anything other than 100, well, maybe not anything, but this line is the dividing line. And when people make it past that by playing along, they can have great, successful careers, but they have to play along. And if you become super popular, you might start gaining a measure of autonomy from that, as long as you've paid your dues. But once you're in the club, you're in the club forever, right? Like, that makes sense. So anyways, let's see what they're saying here. Let's back this up a minute. So let's just watch it again.
As you can see from the diagram here, the blue line represents
you can't really see the blue
like me and
from
Andrew.
the black, but
so
whatever.
You have the fame axis
Barely.
and the success axis.
I guess a little bit.
So
right
you
here,
start from
blue.
nowhere. Everyone is here. Even you watching at home are here with no success and
Fame
no fame.
and success.
Me and Andrew are what the blue line should have been. And the blue line goes up here, and this line here that intersects our graph is the gay line. Gay line. And if you don't turn gay at this line, what they do is a matrix attack.
So if you don't sell out,
spirals your fame into oblivion, or that's what should have happened. That's what the standard operating procedure is. There's the gay line. There's the go to Israel line. There are lots of lines that they want you to go through. Part of the little half line. Yeah. And we can go further into these rabbit holes later. But me and Andrew we decided not to bow to demands. And the plan...
See, like, you can't stop completely a country. Well, we can in America or Canada stop a foreign country from doing what they want to do when things have been done a certain way for thousands of years, if not at least certainly hundreds of years, but at least in modern, throughout history. Countries rival, countries go to war, people fight, people starve, and then they go and fight the village next door for food, because when it comes down to survival, everything changes, man. When you can't guarantee the safety of your family, or that they're going to eat and be safe and be warm, as men, you need to make a decision and stand up and do something about that. And good, honorable men who can resist the temptations of corruption and evil can make agreements with other men in other villages to get along and work for the common good and defend from foreign enemies. So those are human traits. They're never going to go away. They're always going to be there. So, like, people have a right to be upset about the war in Israel and Gaza and all the murder and killing and suffering that's going on. But you got to also understand that you're not going to, like, win by forcing the complete dissolution of Israel and giving it all back to the Palestinian people. And there's got to be some sort of, like, in my opinion, some sort of compromise two-state solution. And the Zionists need to slow their roll. But see, there's so much messianic fervor attached with Israel and the state of Israel and the biblical stories, and how that is used as a tool for sure to justify the nation. But, like, prior to 1947, there was no nation of Israel. So it's a complicated matter. There's certainly too much influence in foreign policy in Canada and America and the West with Israel. But then you got to understand who created Israel. It was the British Empire, right? Who was the world leader before, before America took over. Like, they use that as a tool, the creation of Israel as a tool to influence the region and not allow, and to keep the Muslims off balance, right? and keep them infighting. And it's in an idealistic world, we'd all get along and sing kumbaya and be happy and loving, and nothing ever bad would go happen. But when these world empires, need to protect their empires, and this is how business was done. So I don't know, man. Like, I'm against hypocrisy and against war and murder, but now I'm also starting to realize that things are done a certain way for a reason, and always have been. So maybe it's more important about stop wasting so much energy on fighting against that, and get in where you fit in, and find like-minded people to consolidate your power and safety with, because things are going to probably get worse over time, and you don't want to be caught outside with those that will eat you first. So maybe it really comes down to the individual and their family's safety. And this is why the youth are, in my opinion, are used so much in all of these radical actions and revolutions and protests, because the youth, especially the youth of today, let's just start with the youth of today, especially since after COVID, like all the brainwashing that went on, they're so easily manipulated, and they don't have any concept of responsibility yet. Like, in a general way, of course, there's people, I'm just speaking generally, like they don't have the ability to appreciate hard work, sacrifice for family, what it takes to build a country, what it takes to build a community. They just have free, internet, cell phone, video games, content with, no consequences, right? And so that's a dangerous weapon. Anyways, let's get back to the thing.
Was for us to spiral to zero, and they've done this to many people. They almost did it to Alex Jones. I'm gonna draw some lines of people's success. Whereas this is the success in gay line. So let's say you release a song. I don't know. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna completely normal song, a good song, and you get a level of fame and success, and you get to hear. You better embrace the gay. Because then your fame, this black line is Lil Nas X, and that's not a racist joke, goes all the way up to the fucking sky. This is what should happen to people who don't bow, and this is what happens to people who do. But I'm going to give you two lines. I'm going to give you two new lines. There's the Alex Jones line, right? So here's the gay line. Alex Jones, as we know, is a superhero. I guess his fame and success was coming slowly, refused to sell out. Boom! Cancelled to almost zero. But Alex Jones crept back up. Boom! Back to zero again. Another lawsuit. Crept back up. Elon buys X, and now Alex Jones is back here. Good. Right. He survived the gay line attack by not selling out.
Thoroughly. Hold on one sec. I got to just answer a message here on my phone. I'm thoroughly swept. Thoroughly swept, and I'm thoroughly swept away by that. I'm thoroughly swept away, and everything is, and I'm going nuts. So for real though. Time? Can you give me an estimate? An estimate on time at least, or what? What the fuck, on time at least? I don't know. That's funny. Or like, bro, dude. Well, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess now. Questioning everything. Questioning everything since that talk. Hold on a sec here. Questioning everything. Whoops. All right, here. Let's play this one more time so we can get this thing going.
As you can see from the diagram here, the blue line represents people like me and Andrew. So you have the fame axis and the success axis. So you start from nowhere. Everyone is here. Silly. Even you watching at home are here with no success and no fame. Me and Andrew are what the blue line should have been. And the blue line goes up here, and this line here that intersects our graph is the gay line.
Silly.
Gay line. And if you don't turn gay at this line, what they do is there's a matrix attack which spirals your fame into oblivion, or that's what should have happened. That's what the standard operating procedure is. There's the gay line, there's the go to Israel line. There are lots of lines that they want you to go through. Put on the little hat line, and we can go further into these rabbit holes later. But me and Andrew didn't. We decided not to bow to demand, and the plan was for us to spiral to zero. And they've done this to many people. They almost did it to Alex Jones. I'm gonna draw some lines of people's success.
Yeah, all right.
Whereas this